What's going on, guys? It's Steve. Today I want to talk about LeBron James ruining the NBA. Now, someone left this comment on one of my videos, and I thought it was really interesting. The comment read, so I don't remember who left it. I don't remember the exact words of the comment, but the comment read something like this: once LeBron retires, I won't be watching the NBA anymore. There's no one else as good as LeBron in the league, and there probably won't be for a long, long time. When I read that, like, so many memories flashed back. From once Michael Jordan retired and the TV numbers went down. And it's weird because, Michael Jordan spoiled the NBA with his incredible ability, and the same thing with LeBron. But it wasn't just LeBron. That's the thing, like, LeBron's era spoiled us way more than Jordan's era did, because in Jordan's era, it was pretty much just Michael Jordan, It was all eyes on him, but in LeBron's era, yeah, it was all eyes on LeBron, but, I mean, damn, we still had Dwyane Wade, we still had Kevin Durant, we still had Carmelo Anthony, we still had Kobe Bryant, we still had Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, we had all of these all-time greats, and I can continue. We had Kevin Garnett, we had Paul Pierce. We had all of Ray Allen. We had Stephen Curry even evolved, We had all of these incredible players, and it's just like, what the hell, Once LeBron is done, are people still going to be watching the NBA? And I predict, the numbers will go down a little bit, because by the time LeBron goes down, a lot of players are going to be out of their prime as well. Like, Kevin Durant most likely will be out of his prime. Stephen Curry will be out of his prime. Russell Westbrook will be out of his prime. Carmelo Anthony will be out of his prime. And when you really look at it, those are like the most box office players in the NBA. Melo, LeBron, KD, Westbrook, Curry, and so it's really crazy, because are you guys still going to watch the NBA after LeBron? And did LeBron ruin the NBA in that sense? And it's like, I do agree in the fact that we probably won't see someone as good as LeBron for a while. But that's just the way it is, man. Maybe we'll get lucky, because if you think about it, Jordan retired the same year LeBron was drafted. Well, LeBron was drafted the same year Jordan retired, so they never got to play against each other. But the thing is, it's like, will someone be drafted the year LeBron retires, or will someone be drafted while LeBron is on the decline? Because he still has like 6 years left, most likely. So does Melo. KD probably has 8 years left, 8, 9. Curry probably, I don't know, 5, 6. Because Curry's a little bit different. The way he plays is like he relies on athleticism to shoot, and once that athleticism is gone, he won't be able to shoot the same way like Ray Allen. But I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone. But anyway. So, like, once all these players are gone, like, who's going to be drafted? Could it be Ben Simmons? I mean, Karl Anthony Towns, he's dominating, but is he going to be box office? You have to, when you think about box office, you really have to think about the market that the player is in. Like, for example, Tim Duncan, he was one of the best players in the world, and at a time was the best player in the world, but he was never really box office. He was never box office like Kobe was, like Shaq was, like LeBron was, like you know what I mean, like Carmelo is, like Kevin Durant is, or Stephen Curry is. Now, he was never that box office, but the reason is because of the market he was in. He was in San Antonio, and a lot of people don't understand that. It's all about being in the right market, and that's why, like, for example, that's why Carmelo's brand really blew up as soon as he went to New York. I know he missed the playoffs 3 times for the first time in his career, but I mean, his freaking his brand really blew up. It's crazy. And the one exception to that is really LeBron James, because being in Cleveland, that's really not a big market, but just his story, that really matched up. But if you think about it, like, think about Dwyane Wade. Dwyane Wade should have been way bigger than he is now, but the reason is because he was in Miami. That's not really a big market. Really the biggest markets are like the biggest cities in the world. You have the New York Knicks, you have the Los Angeles Lakers, like those players that play for them, or the Boston Celtics, the Chicago Bulls. Those are big markets because they're big cities. So it's all about being in the right market. And Karl Anthony Towns, being from Minnesota, I don't see him really being that box office and leading the league after LeBron and Melo and Wade and Bosh and all these NBA all-time greats are done. And like freaking Curry and KD and Westbrook, like, if you think about it, we only have maybe not even 10 years. I wouldn't even say 10 years. I would say 8 years left of LeBron, of Kevin Durant, of Carmelo Anthony, of Stephen Curry, of Russell Westbrook, what's his name, of Dwayne Wade and of Chris Bosh. Those are the only. That's really it. And James Harden the same. James Harden as well in there. And the reason why I don't put Kawhi Leonard in there, because Kawhi Leonard really isn't box office. James Harden is box office. But it's just weird because I don't know, man. It's a weird, touchy topic. But I don't think LeBron ruined the NBA. But and it's not really his fault. But it's the time where he came in that made it. It's gonna be hard to watch. I agree with that. It's gonna be hard to watch basketball when we're not watching as many good players. Like, for example, again, there will never be another era for. Well, you never say never, but it'll be a long time, or it'll be really hard for an era to match up with that 2000 to 2014 era. The reason being is, first of all, the 2003 draft, we had 4 Hall of Famers. And I think Chris Bosh is like a 10-time All-Star. Melo's a 10-time All-Star. D-Wade's a 10-time All-Star. LeBron's obviously a 10-time All-Star as well. LeBron's a 4-time MVP. Dwyane Wade is a 3-time champion. Chris Bosh is a 2-time champion. LeBron's a 3-time champion. But the thing is, and then when that 2003 draft came in, it wasn't just them. We still had Tracy McGrady. We still had Kobe Bryant. We still had Shaquille O'Neal. We still had Tim Duncan. We still had Paul Pierce. We had Ray Allen. We had Kevin Garnett. We had Yao Ming. We had Amari Stoudemire. We had Steve Nash. We had Chris Paul. We had Dwight Howard. We had Gilbert Arenas for a few years. And all of these players were dominating. So I don't see there ever being a time where there's that many good players in the league at the same time again. And I'm so happy to be able to be a part and be able to grow up watching that era. That's really cool to be able to grow up watching that era. Because if you think about it, Magic and Bird's era was not as competitive in terms of talent, individual talent-wise, as the best era ever, in my opinion. And you guys agree because I made a video on that. The best era ever from 2000 to 2014. They had Magic, they had Bird, and then Jordan's era, Clyde Drexler, Magic and Bird were already out of his prime, and it was pretty much a big man era, so Jordan really didn't have any individual competition at his position, which is why he was able to dominate like he did. Dude, freaking, what he did to the NBA is incredible, man, incredible talent, but, so if you think about it that way, it's just like, I don't know, man, it's weird, but we're probably never gonna see another era with this much talent at the same time. It was ridiculous. There were times where Phoenix was winning 56 games, and they were the 6th and the 7th seed in the West. It was crazy. We had Darren Williams, Carlos Boozer. Oh man, I'm just reminiscing now. Anyway, I'm out of here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Peace.